Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Today we wanted to share with you some of our due diligence, our DD, on Skillz Inc. Skillz, which is a technology company that enables game developers to monetize their content through multiplayer competition, also referred to as esports or mobile esports. You can see they do competitive gaming activity. They host esports tournaments on a mobile platform, etc. So if we look at their home page to start with, go to skillz.com and we can see, competitive mobile games. We can see some of the types of games that they provide, sports games, etc. We can see, they're targeting developers of games in terms of money-making multiplayer tournaments, leagues, competition. We can see they're got the NFL logo. So again, targeting developers of games. Here's a drone racing league. That's kind of interesting. We can look at their Twitter account in a second. We can see their presence on social media looks pretty good, and then mobile games. So that's who Skillz is. That's what they do. So let's look at their stock and their company in more detail and see if this is a stock that's worth buying, worth watching, etc. So if we look at their Twitter, we can see their presence on Twitter. Looks like they've been around since 2012. And we can see there's some recent activity, a presence at CES, so that's a positive, and that may be a catalyst for Skillz, is the CES and coming out of CES and what they announced there. So again, let's dig into their stock and see if this is something we want to watch or buy. Okay, I also wanted to quickly point out that ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, has been following Skillz for some time. If you go to their YouTube channel and do a search for Skillz, you'll see that it's been referred to in a number of videos. I'll put a link to this query in the description box below for your quick and easy reference. And then you'll see right at the top of that search at the time of this video, they did an interview with Andrew Paradise, the CEO and founder of Skillz, on July of 2021, and I would recommend that you listen to that video. I'll put a link to that video in the description box below, so you can refer to that whole video at your leisure. So I hope that helps as well. We can also see that ARK has been holding a sizable position in Skillz for some time. If you go to lucidtracking.com and do a search for Skillz, we'll see in ARK they are currently holding about 16 million shares, pretty steady at about 16 million shares. Looks like about a 0.7% holding in ARK. And they also have 6 million shares plus in their ARKW. Looks like that's about a 1.2% weighting in their ARKW ETF. So again, ARK Invest, Cathie Woods has been bullish on Skillz for some time, and you can again listen to why that's the case in the various videos, particularly this interview with Andrew Paradise, the CEO and founder of Skillz, which is quite interesting. So I hope you find that interesting as well. I hope that helps, and let's dig into their stock and their company in further detail. Okay, let's start our due diligence of Skillz in ChartMill. You can find our affiliate link for ChartMill in the description box below. You can just search for Skillz, or I'll put this direct link in the description box below. We can see from a technical analysis rating, it's not rating very well, or setup wise as of the 12th of January 2022. We can see fundamental rating is kind of low as well, valuation low, profitability low, health is good, growth is middle, neutral, and we could see their chart. The reason why it was attractive to look at this time from our standpoint, and we'll see this in more detail in other sites as well, is it appeared that it had declined significantly and kind of bottomed and turned up, and so that started to pop up on our screeners, got our interest, and said, okay, let's do some due diligence on Skillz. Let's see if that's worth buying on this swing up, or if it's still too overvalued. You know, are they profitable in this era where growth tech stocks need to be profitable, need to be a good value to be a good buy at this time? So if we look at the stock chart in more detail in ChartMill, again, we can see this little rounding bottom at the end here that made it attractive. We can see it's declined. It's sitting below some of its averages, so you know that's a little bit concerning. So if we look at their technical analysis, again, we expect the setup. The setup rating was kind of negative, so yeah, it's a low setup. We can see a resistance level. Gets good volume, so that's a positive. Again, ChartMill saying it's not a great setup at this time, and we could see, you know, it's below its trends, below its averages. We look at fundamentals. Again, the fundamentals is a little bit low, 4 out of 10. Profitability is neutral. Not great return on assets right now. Again, profitability is only a 1, valuation's a 1, growth is neutral, 5 out of 10. Shows strong growth in revenue, so those are positives. Earnings per share is pretty neutral. That says growth is decreasing, so although okay, so the health score is very positive, so it's very healthy. It's got a good Altman Z, good debt position, etc. Doesn't pay a dividend. And then if we look at analysts, we can see, okay, it's got a price target of 60 and it's sitting at 6 right now, so it's got a upside of 151%, so that's attractive. A lot of strong buys, some holds, no sells. Again, positive, 13 analysts, and the ratings are steady to increasing. So that looks good so far. We'll look at the financials and FinViz and Webull in more detail. So again, from an overall standpoint, we're seeing the technical analysis is not very positive, valuation profitability not very positive, but health and growth is the areas where there's some positivity there, and then also this setup right now. So we'll dig into more details in some other sites. Okay, let's quickly look at Skillz and Seeking Alpha. I'll put the direct link to Skillz and Seeking Alpha in the description box below, but you can always search in the search box at Seeking Alpha. Let's just see if we see any interesting news. Okay, well that's very positive. Expected, an analyst says it's expected to soar in 2022, so that's positive. Looks like some previous, slightly negative. Okay, so they just raised 300 in a senior note, so that's a debt, possibly a convertible. Okay, so part of their decline, it looks like, is they had sliding sales, or video game sales were sliding in November. Okay, so they did a debt offering. Okay, so their chief technical officer resigned back in November. Okay, so So this some of these things explain some of the decline as well as the pressure on the tech growth stocks lately. So if we look at their metrics in Seeking Alpha, authors are bullish, Wall Street's bullish, quants neutral, so the technical analysis again is neutral to negative. We look at their revenue growth, that looks very attractive from an annual basis, nice curve up in revenue growth. Quarterly, again positive, so it's good growth. It's growth stock. Earnings, from a quarterly standpoint, looks like it's a little negative. It looks like they made some EPS, positive EPS back in Q3, which is positive, but the estimates going forward are slightly negative. So valuation, sales, okay. Return on equity, assets a little negative. Capital, small amount of debt, large market cap, good amount of cash. Ownership, heavy institutional ownership, 41% is positive. Insider 22%, so again those are positive, good holders. And Alt-MZ is very positive, so again that's positive. It has a kind of high beta, so since it's a high positive beta, it's going to move faster than the market, faster than its index. So and high short interest. Okay, so this is a potential short squeeze, Wall Street's bets, etc. if they start targeting it, and one would speculate that this might be an area of interest for that group. So we can see EPS a little negative, free cash flow is a little negative, so those are areas of a little bit concern. Solvency is okay. So again, we're getting mixed signals, but growth, from a growth potential, it's positive. We saw the revenue, etc. Is positive. So again, it's a growth tech stock, and it would be expected to trend in those directions. So we'll keep looking. Okay, let's take a quick look at Skillz in FinViz. I'll put this direct link and our affiliate link to FinViz in the description box below. We look at their chart. Again, we see this on the daily chart. We see this nice rounding bottom here. We see a downtrend, a support level. You can also see a resistance level around 13. So again, we see it's below its averages. If we quickly flip to a weekly chart, just see how that looks from a technical standpoint. We could see it's been declining, pretty steadily declining for some time, but then it almost looks like a doji on the last weekly chart. So again, from the very recent history, we might be seeing a swing up, which would be attractive. So if we look at their metrics, just very quickly, we see positive sales, positive income, that looks good. FinViz has zero debt, that's positive. Short interest is high. We see target prices in the 15s. See, it's got plenty of range, so it's got plenty of positive upside. If it's swinging up and breaks out up, it looks like there's some good reward to risk ratio there. If we flip through the news very quickly, we can see obviously there's some recent negative news, and then there's a positive back in December, so it has had some pops on news, so that's positive, and it looks like it fluctuates quite a bit on news, so that's something to be aware of, is when they drop PR, if there's positive or negative news, it looks like it moves. If we look at the metrics, EPS here is showing very positive on an annual basis. We look at quarterly, again the last quarter was positive, past two were negative, so mixed EPS here in FinViz. Again, we'll look at it in more detail now in Webull. Okay, if we do a quick look on Skillz in Webull, You can find our affiliate link as always for Webull in the description box below. Get 2 or more free stocks with your copy of Webull. If you listen to our weekly trading game plan for this week, for the second week of January, you will hear that we added Skillz to our watch list as we saw it approaching this support level. And you know, we hadn't done this deep dive due diligence yet, so we're doing that now. So let's look at Skillz in more detail in Webull. Again, it's easy to add things to your watch list, or you can go to the stocks tab, enter the symbol, and view the details. And then if you pop up the lower panel, we can see some of the details about Skillz. If I look at the financials, we can see, you know, their actual income's been a little below estimates. Balance sheet's been positive, above estimates. Cash flow below estimates, and financial ratios mixed above. So you can see net income's increasing, that's positive. Revenue, that's a little bit of a decline, but the estimates are positive. Operating income looks like a drop off on Q3, so that's kind of negative. Balance sheet, debt to assets is low and okay. Total assets, total liabilities pretty steady. Again, that Q3 number is a little concerning, and that's probably explains some of the decline. Investing, financing, and we saw that debt increase in the news as well. So if we look at some of the analysis, okay, buy based on 7. I think ChartMill had more analysts. We've got a strong buy, 42% hold, no sells. We've got average target price, and prices as high as 25, averages is 16, 15, 16. So again, plenty of upside. Looks like it is optionable, and now, as we have announced, you can now trade options in Webull in retirement accounts. So it is optionable. You could write covered calls against it, even in Webull or E-Trade, etc. So if we look at the chart again, what made it attractive to us is this coming down to a bottom. It looked like it was stabilizing, and full disclosure, as of January 10th, so as of the time of this video, we are currently long on Skillz. We went long at 584 on the 10th, so as you can see, when this reached the support level, turned up, broke VWAP, we went long. So we are now, as of this video, we are now long Skillz. Again, we like that bottom, that turn up. As part of this due diligence, you can hear, you know, it's a little concerning, some of their earnings or profitability, etc. It does tend to be affected by news, so we're going to be listening for any kind of negative news. Currently, we're manually trailing this with a stop limit, so we will protect our profits and put a stop limit in here and trail it as it moves up. Again, it has plenty of upside, so we will keep trailing it as long as it continues to go up. And then if there's any news that causes it to turn down, or bad earnings, etc., that causes it to drop, then we'll take our profits and get out. So again, from our due diligence, you know, it's a growth stock, it's a tech stock, it's sensitive to news, it's sensitive to pressure on the treasury yields, etc., like all the other tech stocks. It's, you know, it's an ARK Cathie Wood stock, so any negativity on that's going to put some pressure on it. So again, we like this setup, this turn. It's profitable already. I don't think you missed the boat. You know, there's still plenty of upward upside to this. So if you want to take the shot at it, I think the esports, the competitive esports, tournaments, etc., is a positive future trend. But again, in the short term, it's a growth stock, it's a tech stock, it's going to be under pressure from any negativity in those areas. But it has been profitable, so you know, in the past. We'll have to see, but again, I would express caution, but there is some upside opportunity if you want to get into a profitable tech stock, a profitable growth stock on upward trend in that area. So we hope this all helps. We hope that you like this video. Please smash the like button to share this information with your fellow BeachBum traders around the world. If you're not already subscribed to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel, we hope that you will choose to subscribe and join our community. Join us in our Facebook group, etc. Follow us on social media. Please share this video with other traders around the world. And again, we hope that you find this helpful. Please give us your feedback in the comments below and in our Facebook group if you want to discuss this. If there's other symbols, companies you would like us to do similar due diligence on, please let us know. And again, we hope this all helps. Good luck and have a great trading week. Bye. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again. Good luck and have a great trading day.